Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.
Hey, it's John Oast from Fishyaker.com. You're probably wondering what's in this bag. This is my wintertime kayak fishing go bag. I try to always keep this thing full. As you can see, it's pretty packed full of just about everything I might need when I'm hitting the water during the wintertime, especially when it's really cold, especially you're in some of the more northern climates here across the country. I keep just about everything in this so that once I'm on my way to hit the water, I know that if I left anything at home, I'm probably going to have enough stuff in here to get me by for a good day on the water without really having too much trouble. I've got just about everything I want in here for when I hit the water, but then when I'm done, once I layer and put everything on me, I already have this thing ready to go. I can stick it inside a dry bag or inside the hull of the boat in case somebody falls over and needs a change of clothes, you name it. So in addition to what I have in here, sometimes I will also carry a change of clothes that will fit myself and also other people who are with me, because once they fall in the water, if it's cold, you're really going to have to change your clothes really quickly. So a lot of other things you should probably keep too, say a first aid kit, some towels, things like that too. But this is basically just for what I'm using for warm wear, just so when I'm on the water in the winter, I'm good to go. So let's take a look what's inside of it. I've got a lot of stuff jammed inside this. Start off with some of the basic outer garments. Got a dry top, dry pants. See how much stuff I've got in here. For those slightly warmer days, I've got a lighter weight splash top. I've got, if I want to layer up even more under my dry gear, because remember, you get your dry top, dry pants, dry suit, whatever you may be using, you're going to want to layer under it to keep yourself warm. You may want to add additional layers, so you might leave home, have long johns or something on, and once you get closer to the water, you're like, oh man, it's a lot colder than I thought it was. So throw in a pair of sweatpants, long sleeve sweatshirt. Again, these are for layering. Extra pair of like compression long john bottoms and top. A few other things I kind of keep in here too. If you don't have a hoo rag or a buff, get one of these. There's an earlier video too where you can actually take like a sleeve of a shirt and cut it and use that too. Keep one of these. These things come in really handy even during the wintertime. I mean, obviously during the summer it keeps the sun off of you and keeps bugs away from your face, but during the wintertime it's good to keep the wind off your face, off your ears. So I always wear one of these in the wintertime. Obviously some sort of stocking cap of some sort. Powell's getting kind of big. Couple different types of gloves for casting and stuff. It's really good to have fingerless gloves of some sort. Couple different types of really generic, like dollar store, cotton and synthetic gloves. These things are great. You can also get the ones that are really thin and like nylon and stretchy that are rubberized in the bottom. These keep a few pair of them on you. If they get wet, you can simply stick them inside the hull or in the back of the kayak in your crate or something. But keep a whole bunch of different extra pair of gloves, because you get a couple of them wet, you have to throw them in somewhere and get a dry pair out. For those really cold days, a couple of wetsuit gloves. These come in really handy in those really cold days. Of course, the big thing too is what do you wear over top your shoeless dry pants or bottoms for your dry suit, your legs. I carry a couple different pairs. I got some Keens, and these are some old Bass Pro Shop model wading boots, some booties. These things come in really handy. Always have an extra pair of them in here, because you never know. Like I said, you hit the road and then you realize, dang, I left something at home. This bag's in your car. You're going to have everything in it you're probably going to need. So I'm running out of room, so it's on the floor. Probably the most important thing in here that a lot of you might forget when you're hitting the water if you're wearing dry gear, always have an extra pair of socks. This is vital. How many people, even if you don't have a leak in your wetsuit, in your pants or dry gear, you're still gonna sweat. And then what about another one? When you're taking your dry gear off, you're probably wearing socks underneath of it. You take your dry pants off, you're probably standing in a little puddle of water, or at least a damp spot, and the socks you got on you, then are going to get wet. So either from sweat, a leak, or just standing in them when you're changing your clothes, they're probably going to get wet. or if you are wearing, say, sandals or Crocs or who knows what, or these on over top of them, once you take your dry pants off, you got to take your, you're going to have to take your shoes, your socks off under it, or you're going to get them wet. So you're probably going to need to change up socks. They come in handy. Carry an extra pair of socks. That's probably the most vital thing in here. In a nutshell, that's everything I've got in my go bag. Now the stuff's starting to collapse on me. My go bag for when I go out during the winter time. Again, a lot of times this stuff is in addition to what I'm already wearing when I get out of the car. So I might stick this stuff inside the kayak, whatever is left over, in case I need to layer on the water, in case I need to change the clothes. So if you're going out during the winter time, make sure you're prepared. Take extra gear to layer with. You never know, you might even need it for a friend. Again, take a first aid kit if you can, and most importantly, always wear your PFD, wear your life jacket during the winter time. If you don't wear anything else, don't wear any of this stuff, make sure you got your life jacket on, okay? Remember, hypothermia will set in really, really fast. It only takes a few degrees below your body core temperature to go hypothermic, to get really sick, to have real problems. So the life jacket's at least going to help keep you up higher in the water. Will help you out, get you a few extra seconds, even if you're starting to go hypothermic. But wear whatever you can. Wear whatever your budget is going to allow. Get the best dry suit, dry gear, wetsuit, waders, whatever your budget's going to have, but get the best you can possibly get. And then take some extra gear in case you need it, but always wear that life jacket when you're on the water, especially during the winter time. So, hope this tip helps you out. Be sure to leave some feedback or email me, PM me, whatever you want to if you got any specific questions. And as always, please subscribe to the Fishyaker YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and we'll catch you on the water. Thanks for watching.